The Daytona 500 this Sunday is filled with so many great storylines. You have Kyle Larson that fell out of NASCAR last year from using a racial slur, and he did his work, and he's back driving for one of the biggest teams in NASCAR. All eyes will be on that number 5. I like Chase Elliott. Let's remember his dad is the great Bill Elliott. Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. Bill Elliott was the first man that won $1 million bonus for winning a big race, some 30 years ago. So his son, Chase Elliott, is keeping up the family tradition. He's our champion from last year. He has done a great job representing himself over the wintertime. He has raced at some local racetracks. The fans love that. He's engaging. And, just a couple nights ago, he was racing for the win in our all-star race, the Bud Shootout at Daytona. So he's back on top, and he'll be a favorite for the Daytona 500. I'm smiling, Charlie, because as you just pointed out, there's so many storylines. Here's Bubba Wallace. Now, he's not my brother, but like you said, Michael Jordan and Bubba Wallace have teamed with Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin, remind you, is racing and winning in the Cup Series. So this is quite unique, and it's a powerhouse. They've got Toyota involved. He's qualified very well for the Daytona 500, Bubba Wallace has. But like Michael Jordan says, I expect to win. I'm a winner. So, everybody knows that there's a lot of pressure on that team to perform. Anything MJ's involved in, it has to be good. So all eyes will be on this unique group. In a crazy way, the coronavirus has saved NASCAR millions and millions of dollars. Years ago, they overdid it. They spent so much money coming into town like a circus act on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then finally racing on a Sunday. Now all the owners in NASCAR have teamed up and said, look, we want to keep this up. The coronavirus has taught us that we've been overdoing it. These race car drivers are going green flag with no practice. Just think about your Cardinals not stretching out, not tossing the ball back and forth, and just immediately walking up to the plate and playing ball. And that's what NASCAR is starting to do. I've raced in about 6 Daytona 500s, and when they would drop the green flag and I was going through the gear shifter, second, third, fourth, I'm coming up to speed for the Daytona 500. Charlie, my experiences have been this. You zone out. You're focused on that racetrack. It's too dangerous, but there have been times in my career, when myself and the late, great Dale Sr. were running 1-2 in the last laps at Talladega, I could hear the roar of the crowd. You hear it just for a millisecond. But the coronavirus has made everything quiet. But in a loud sport like NASCAR, the drivers just focus. And now, they do miss the fans, especially in Victory Lane or driver's introduction. It is unique. It is different. But, boy, inside that race car, it's all the same. I have good Daytona 500 memories, and I have bad ones. Let's start with the bad one first. It would be myself and my brother, Rusty Wallace. We're coming off of turn 2 in one of our twin qualifying races on a Thursday, and my brother Rusty went flipping. And we can look at footage, and there I am just flying right by my brother Rusty. And, I love Rusty. So that was probably one of the worst memories, watching my brother flip end over end in the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft famous race car and finally making it around to the checkered flag, and that bothered me. But then we fast forward to some great memories for me, and it always seems to include me and my brother Rusty. When we go to the 1998 Bud Shootout, it was a green-white checkered, and Jeff Gordon was on the pole, and Rusty's on the outside, and there I am. I teamed up with my brother Rusty, and I pushed him. I was behind him. I pushed him. And here we are out of St. Louis, and it was the 1-2 Wallace brothers. My brother Rusty wins. I run second, and later that night we go out to eat, and it's world news. And I'm like, wow, man, I'm out of Arnold, Missouri, and I'm world news. So that was at Daytona. I have so many great memories, and I love Daytona. It's the world center of speed. It's our holy grail of NASCAR, and Daytona is the place to be this time of the year. That Arenado deal, that was big. That was big. I think that's what got, Yachty and Waino jacked up. I mean, I've been listening, to interviews from Yachty and Waino, and I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it right now because, when our heroes get jacked up about Cardinal baseball, that tells me they like what they see. I'm just really thankful that, DeWitt and everybody with the Cardinal organization went after somebody. We were all getting nervous in St. Louis. Are we going to get anybody? We've lost some of our legendary players, and, what's going to happen? So this is lined up to be a great year in Cardinal history. Whether we're going to win or not, there is a lot of excitement for opening day. Oh, yeah, this one's embarrassing. The most redneck thing I've done in a long time is right there is my truck and trailer, and I just got back from Daytona racing my dirt car. And we had to make time on the way down. There were times we didn't have time to stop at the truck stop or time to pull into the rest area. So, up the exit, down the exit, and relieve ourselves and back in the truck. And, baby, we're making time. So sometimes we don't want to admit it, but here I am. I'm sure y'all have done it before. We got to make time, man. We got to be in Daytona. It's exciting. It's warm down there. So that's most likely my redneck thing to start the 2021 year out, making time, baby.